Welcome to the Blues Radio International podcast, featuring live blues music and interviews. You can find our weekly radio broadcast to listeners in 184 countries worldwide at bluesradiointernational.net. I'm Jesse Finkelstein. Mississippi Hill Country Blues has a unique and intoxicating sound. R.L. Burnside popularized Mississippi Hill Country Blues, and his tradition is carried on by his grandson, Cedric. Cedric won 2 Blues Music Awards in 2016, and we sat down with him to talk about Hill Country Blues and to hear him play. On Blues Radio International, we're here at the 2016 Blues Music Awards in Memphis with Cedric Burnside. Cedric, welcome.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations, walking away with 2 Blues Music Awards last night.
All right, man. Thank God for everything.
Very well deserved.
A little journey.
It's a little journey, but you've done so much for bringing your music to the forefront, and I'm sure your grandfather, R.L., is looking down with a lot of pride.
Yeah, man, I really hope and pray so, you know. I think he is too.
What makes Mississippi Hill Country music different than the blues music that people might associate with Chicago blues, for example?
Well, I mean, I like Chicago blues. I like Texas blues, you know. But Hill Country blues is, you know, it's kind of similar to Delta blues, but even different from Delta. It's very unorthodox, you know. I like to call it field music. You know, you never know when the changes is gonna come. You know, you just have to kind of hope that you change on the right time. You know, those cats, my grandfather, R.L. Burnside, and Junior Kimbrough, you know, that's who I, you know, grew up around. That's who I really learned, you know, my music and stuff from. And so just looking at them play, sometimes they might hold the one, you know, for 2 minutes. Sometimes they might change every 30 seconds, you know. But that's why I like to call it field music, because it's very unorthodox, Hill Country Blues.
So everyone just has to follow along and pick up for wherever you are.
And pray that they can change at the right time.
What is it about the Hill Country that creates a different music? Is there something different about living in that environment that is indigenous to the music that you play?
Well, you know, they have a lot of house parties, you know, in my part of Mississippi, and you know, that's kind of how I grew up. My big dad and them, they would have house parties, and they would play, you know, and then take a break, drink a little moonshine, and play again. And the Hill Country Blues just got this. It's got a certain rhythm, you know. It drones you, you know, it draws you to it, you know, and people seem to get hipped in it, you know. It's very hypnotic, and they love it, you know. It's definitely dance music, something you can shake your booty to, you know, and it's just a really good feeling and good sound that people, you know, learn to love, and makes me very happy.
It's a wonderful tradition, and you really have brought it to the forefront and kept people
Thanks
so that they know
man.
It's a living music.
Oh, yes. I'm going to do it until I leave this world.
What can you play for us?
I like to play one of my songs I wrote, and maybe one of my granddad's as well, you know.
Great. What's this one called?
This one right here is called Love It Till I Die. When I first saw her, she really caught my eye. She really caught my eye. And I said I wanna love her, 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 love her till I die. I wanna love her till I die. When she got up this morning, I had breakfast on the table. When she got up this morning, I had breakfast on the table. I said I wanna take care of her, take care of her, take care of her till I ain't able. Take care of her till I ain't able. And I said I wanna love her, 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 love her till I die. I wanna love her till I die. And I said I wanna love her, 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 love her till I die. I wanna love her till I die. I wanna love her till I die. I wanna love her till I die. Till I die. I wanna love till I die. I wanna love till I die. That's good loving now. And I said I wanna love her, 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 love her till I die.
Is there anything different in the instrumentation of the music that you play? I mean,
Well, I know that my granddad played in, and this is what I'm playing in now, it's open G. He used to call it Spanish tuning. And, you know, I don't read music or anything like that. I just pretty much play, you know, what I feel and what I know, you know. And just, you know, coming up with Cedric Burnside, you know, I just watched him, you know, a little bit. And then I watched a little Junior Kimbrough and, you know, my uncles, I got a very musical family. And I just kind of play, you know, what I feel, man.
did they formally teach you, or did you pick it up by just
Well, they didn't formally teach me. You know, I just, you know, I toured with my granddaddy for 11, 12 years. And so I watched him, you know, over the years of being with him and kind of, you know, caught a hold to some stuff. He never had time to just sit me down and show me. So I got an uncle named Cedric Burnside, very talented, you know, musician. And he plays guitar as well. So I kind of sat down with him a little bit. And, you know, I used to play with Lightning Malcolm. And so me and him used to do two guitars and things and, you know, just progressed over the years.
How about percussion? Percussion is such a key element.
Oh, yes.
And there's a percussive effect in the guitar playing in Mississippi Hill Country music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, the thing about the Hill Country Blues, you know, they have to keep their own rhythm, especially if you're a solo artist. So the thumb have to keep going, you know, it always have to keep the bass going, you know, and that's your percussion, you know, beat right there. If you follow that thumb, you know, and learn how to put things with that thumb, you're pretty much come in time, you know.
What is it that people might not understand about it that makes it so special?
You know, that's a good question, man. I just know for a long time, even growing up in this music, I didn't even realize how, you know, special this music was, you know, until I got up to my early 20s, you know, and this guy come to me, he was crying, man. He was like, man, thank you so much for your music. You know, it really brings me joy. It really brought me out of a bad rut that I was in. You know, it helped me a lot. And, you know, these days I find myself, you know, listening to this music, and it warms my heart, you know, just going back to the 1960s and 1970s when my Big Daddy was, playing with Fred McDowell and, doing the house parties and the juke joints. It just warmed my heart, and I finally know now, that how special this music really is. Well, one thing I can say is my granddad was something like a comedian. He was very funny, but he was very serious also. He really, was the backbone of the family. He taught me how to pack my bags, going on the road. Taught me how to, put snacks in it just in case you wake up at night and no place open to go eat. You have a little something to snack on. I grew up with him from age, from 5, 6 years old until I was old enough to move out on my own. And, he was like my father, My dad wasn't really never around. My big daddy was my dad to me, and so he just meant a whole lot to me, as well as the whole family. And I'm just glad to be a part of, the Burnside family, It's definitely my heart. I was gonna play a song I used to hear my big daddy play all the time called Mellow Peaches. And hope y'all like it. Hey there, mama, your melon peaches hanging way up in your tree. I'm gonna get me step ladder, baby, climb up on your top limb. I'm gonna get me step ladder, baby, climb up on your top limb. Hey there, mama, your melon peaches. Baby, I wonder what made you smile. Hey there, mama, your melon peaches. Baby, I wonder what made you smile. Yeah.
You're listening to Cedric Burnside on the Blues Radio International podcast.
This next one I'm gonna do is called Po Black Matty. It's also one of my big daddy. The one that he used to do.
Memphis, see the world is fair. Reading I'm going, baby there. Going to Memphis, see that world is fair. Reading I'm going, know my baby there. See the world is fair. Reading I'm going, baby there. Going to Memphis, see that world is fair. Reading I'm going, know my baby there. Fireplace by my bed, woman I got cherry red, want no heater, fireplace by my bed. Woman I got keep me cherry red. Woman I got keep me cherry red. Woman I got keep me cherry red.
Cedric Burnside, joining us on the Blues Radio International SoundStage at the 2016 Blues Music Awards in Memphis. Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Blues Radio International podcast. Make sure to check out our weekly worldwide radio broadcasts and exclusive videos at bluesradiointernational.net. I'm Jesse Finkelstein. Be sure to join us next time on the Blues Radio International podcast.